What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I am so excited for this video. We're finally doing it. We're building a big powder coating oven. You guys have been watching me, you know I only have this little house, like a household oven, which is, I'm very limited on what I can do. I really want to be able to powder coat all my bumpers. I want to be able to powder coat all my bigger stuff. And today we're gonna fix that issue. We're building our own oven. These things are expensive to buy. The size I'm planning, as far as right now anyway, is a 3x4 and then 6 foot 6 inches tall. That should give me plenty of room for all the bumpers I powder coat, and then just for bigger stuff, it's gonna be so nice. But to buy an oven that size, you're looking like, you know, 3-4 grand. They're not cheap, and I can build this thing, I'm thinking under $1,500. We're gonna add it all up at the end. We'll figure out how much we spent, but I'm thinking we should be able to get this thing under 1,500 bucks, and it's gonna be, honestly, probably better built than a lot of those. I've seen some of them, and some of them are just really chintzy and really cheesy. I'm gonna build this thing to where it's gonna last. So what we got, we're basically gonna frame this like we're building a building, but instead of using wood, we have these metal studs. These are actually made for building actual buildings out of. We're gonna frame the entire oven out of this, and then we're gonna sheet that with 20 gauge sheet metal. So these studs are actually really close to a 2x4. They're 1.5 by 3 5/8. So that's gonna give us 3 5/8 worth of insulation in between. I'm gonna sheet the inside and the outside. So that being said, let's get to work. Let's get cutting some of these studs up, make some walls, see what we can come up with. Also, if you guys are watching this and want to build an oven, I'm gonna build plans for this, you know, step-by-step plans with all the measurements of everything you need to cut, all the materials you need, all the supplies, all the tools you're gonna need. I'm gonna make this super, super simple. I know building an oven sounds like a daunting task, but I'm gonna be the guinea pig. I'm gonna figure it all out. I'm gonna draw it all up. I'll have it all laid out for you guys. If you wanna check these out, you can head over to avrcustoms.com. I'll have the link in the description to my website where you can find these plans. Well, we are looking like an oven, guys. We're getting close. We're gonna start skinning it now. Before I do that, I wanna kind of show you my thought process on what we're doing here. So those two center holes are lights. This upper hole here is for a circulation pump. So I got this, or circulation fan, I suppose. Got that, and then I got a duct that runs, there's a 90 that runs here. So I had to cut that all out for the duct to fit through. And then we're gonna use this. This is just regular household duct. It's like 3.5 by 10, I think 10.5. That's just gonna run down the inside of the wall all the way to the bottom, and it's going to introduce hot air to the bottom of the oven. That's going to help circulate the air through the entire oven, help it keep more of an even heat. And then as far as heating elements go, I got 4 2600 watt elements. You can see this opening here. I'm going to put 2 in this opening, and then 1 up front in the sidewall here, 1 up front in the sidewall down there. And I'm going to recess them into the wall. I don't want anything sticking out into the oven. You know, when you're pushing a cart in to smack your heating element off the wall, it would be a pain in the butt. So I want to recess the elements into the wall. That's why you can see these studs aren't exact. I had to move this one out a little bit to get enough room in here for my element. So that's the game plan. I'm gonna start skinning this thing. We got, like I said, we got 20 gauge sheet metal. That should be plenty fine for this. The bottom I did do 14 gauge, so the floor is a little bit thicker, a little bit sturdier. Hopefully that won't warp up, but we're looking good. Let's get the skins on. We got to insulate it, get all the duct work in, get the lights in, and then we got to build the front door for it. All right, we got the boxes or little cutouts made for the elements. We're starting to skin this thing. I got both sides just kind of getting ready to get skinned. Just got the middle part riveted because I'm gonna get a little crafty here and make little trim pieces. So you can see this is where the door is gonna seal. I don't like these holes in it, so I'm gonna put some trim that goes, basically it caps this corner here all the way down, and then around these I want to do the same thing. And instead of riveting it right now and having big bulges, that's why we're waiting to rivet all this. So what I'm actually using is this track. So there's 2 different styles. There's the regular studs here, and then there's the track, which is wider, so the studs can fit inside the track. What I'm doing is taking the track, it's just a C channel like that, and I'm cutting it down to where it's 1.25 by 1.25. I'm gonna use that as my trim. So that's what we're doing, using the shears for that. It actually works pretty good. So while I get all this cut, these big ones are gonna go, like I said, on the front door here to just cover up all this, and it'll honestly strengthen that a little bit more. You can see I already did put a piece of the track on the inside. That stiffened it up quite a bit, but another piece over this side is gonna be even better.
strong. You should see his muscles. They're really big. They're as big as a table.
Well, another little update for you guys. We got this thing, all the inside stuff pretty much done. We got all the boxes trimmed out. We got all these boxes for the elements, just so we can have an access to the wires in case we need to replace the elements. We can just unbolt them, pull this cover off, pull them from the wires. It just makes it easy. Also got the vent all figured out. Did a little grill there. The vent actually turned out pretty sweet. So it just runs all the way down this duct right there, and then I have that 90 register deal on the bottom going through the panel, and then obviously right up to the fan up here. So what I wanted to do is I did a couple additions here. One for the top, just because the fan stuck above the surface where I'd have to sheet. So I figured a little more insulation up here is not going to hurt anything. I just built a box for that. And then this duct is about the same thickness as these studs. So you aren't going to have any insulation. I feel like I'd be losing a lot of heat through this duct. So I did another box here so we can actually get some insulation on the outside of that. So we are looking good. A couple other things we got to do is get the wiring kind of buttoned up. This one, what I'm planning on doing is I got these T's here. I'm just going to tee into like that in through the sheet metal on the outside. Obviously run the wires through, and then this is high temp wire. You should run high temp wire into the elements, but out here on the outside of the oven, we can just use regular like 14 gauge household wiring. It's not a big deal out there. So I'm gonna go get wire, and then we gotta basically insulate it, sheet it, and then cut off our holes. On these ones here, it's gonna be pretty sweet because I can just take that and right through the sheet metal. It's gonna be almost touching that box. So I'm gonna punch that center out. We're gonna run the wire right through there, and then just run some conduit around the outside. It's gonna make it easy, make it nice and safe, and also it's not gonna get hot. So that's a good thing about running the conduit outside. Oh my goodness, guys, look at that. We got a door and it actually opens and closes. Actually very nice. I got that wheel on the bottom as well. On a floor that's not exactly flat. It's probably gonna be better over there. The floor is a little flatter right here. It's kind of a little wavy, but we got the door on. It's looking sweet. We got this door as well. I was gonna do a window, but I don't know, I just decided not to. We still got to put the latches on. I just kind of temporarily put these braces on because I do want to pull those off when I paint. I was planning on doing those a different color just to be extra, but either way, I am freaking stoked with it. It looks so perfect. The door works perfect. The oven, we're close. We're close, but we're so far. We got the entire control box put together, so we got to do that, and then we got to wire all, I mean, we got some of the wiring in, but we got to wire all the elements, the fan, the lights, all that fun stuff, and then we do have to add another outlet over here for it. Well, I was really hoping to get this oven up and running in this video. That's not going to happen. This is taking a little bit longer than I thought, just because I'm taking it slow. I'm being myself, you know, I'm going extra. I'm making sure this thing is gonna last. So it's kind of taking a little bit longer than I thought, but either way, we're done with this video. The next video, we got to paint the entire thing. I'm gonna paint it inside and out with a special kind of paint that's actually rated for like 1800 degrees, I think. And a lot of people actually use it for the inside of these ovens. So we're gonna do that, and then we gotta, like I said, go through, wire everything. We gotta wire a new outlet. We got a bunch more stuff to do, and then we got something exciting, something to do with powder coating, some more exciting stuff coming as well. And also, the plans aren't ready yet. I said they were gonna be, they're not ready yet because, well, I'm not done with the oven. So if you guys are interested, like I said, I am doing step-by-step plans for this oven. So if you like the size, I mean, you could adjust the size as well, but with the plans, I have all the measurements laid out and everything to make it simple for you guys. Those will be done in the next video. Once we finish this oven, I'll finish up the plans and they'll be up on the website. Well, anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed it. I'm gonna get out of here. Once you go smash that thumbs up button, comment, subscribe, we'll catch you in the next one.